students, after the completion of electric circuit and electric current and various components of our electric circuit diagram, that is key, wire, voltmeter, ammeter, switch, everything that includes, we have now delivered our topic to the Ohm's law. Yes, this is the most asked question and this is the very prominent topic of this chapter. And it was firstly stated by Sir George Simon Ohm. Here is the scientist picture. You can see here. And what does he delivered? He delivered that at a constant temperature. Okay. Temperature should be constant. You can take any kind of temperature, let's suppose 20 degrees centigrade, 25 degrees centigrade, but it should be constant. At a constant temperature, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end. Okay? Yeah, that is the thing. Like in a circuit diagram also, if a bulb is here and in a bulb, a potential difference is set up across its end. This is the end of the bulb, A or B we can say, and this end is connected to one terminal of the voltmeter and this one terminal is connected to another terminal of the volt or we can say battery. Okay, so here the volt applied is directly combined with the potential difference that is across this bulb or we can say any other appliance. Fine. So the current flowing through it is actually directly proportional to the potential difference applied here. Yes, definitely. If we increase the number of batteries here, then the current will flow here will be more. Okay. So that is how we can concluded that at a constant temperature, current flowing through the circuit will be directly proportional to the potential difference. Okay, so mathematically we can write it like this. I is directly proportional to the V because V is the measure here that we are providing some volt here. Then only current will flow. Fine. Okay, that's okay. But reverse can also be true. Right? Why? Because the current that is provided here is actually proportional to the potential. So we can say that this much of current is provided by this much of voltage. So we can also write V is directly proportional to I. Okay, now you know that in mathematics nothing can be solved with this kind of mathematical expression. So we need to simplify it by putting equals to in place of directly proportional sign. Fine. So V is directly proportional should be removed and constant that is equal to is provided here with a term constant. Yes, some constant word should be here and that constant here will work as a resistance. V is equals to R multiplied by I and that R here is a resistance. Now, the main topic comes here according to the Sir John Simon Ohm. This resistance here will be constant for every appliance, for every particular appliance. If we are taking here bulb, so resistance for this bulb only will be constant. If we are taking here fan, so the resistance for the fan, particular fan will be constant for the particular circuit also. Okay, and all this process is going on at a constant temperature. So revising all things again, I am telling you at a constant temperature, current flowing through the circuit is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across the resistance or we can say any kind of appliance. So here this equation delivered that gives us the value of potential is equals to resistance multiplied by current. That potential is getting constant again and again because current provided in the circuit is multiplied by the resistance that is produced by the appliance that is applied here. So here is one example that from which I can elaborate more about Ohm's law. Okay, here are two circuits that you can see. V1 and V2 are 2 volt that we are applying here, like the battery supply we are applying here. The values of V1 and V2 are different. Okay, so according to V1 the current is glowing and according to V2 the current is again flowing and the bulb is glowing here in both cases. But in the first case we can say that the current flowing is different from the current flowing in the second case. Yeah, here in first case and second case, let's suppose in first case we are having V1 and second case we are having V2. Okay, now in first case, according to the V1, if V1 is considered to be, let's suppose V1 is considered to be greater than compared to V2. Okay, so here the I1 current first case and the second case. Okay, I'm writing here like this ताकि आप लोगों को समझ आ जाए. So here the current I1 and I2 is flowing in both cases, that you can elaborate that I1 is related to V1 and I2 is related to V2. Fine. Now, can you people tell me which one is greater, I1 or I2? Yes, of course I1, because V1 is greater compared to V2. Is I1 could be equal to I2? If we are saying that V1 is greater than V2, could be I1 be equal to I2? Yeah, it can be if the resistance value is different. Yes, definitely. If the value of the bulb, the resistance R1 and R2 applied by the bulbs are different, then we can say that I1 and I2 can be equal. But if in case resistance and in both cases resistance values are different from each other, okay, like R1 is something and R2 is something, so according to that your current value will comes out. Okay, so here in this particular case we have taken the resistance value equal, so according to this I1 would not be equal to I2 here, and more I1 will be greater than I2 here in this case. Okay, so more voltage will be there, so more current will be there. Okay, so this is the phenomena, because Ohm's law stated that V is directly proportional to I. Okay, so here more voltage, more current will be elaborated, and in this situation we have taken R as equal in both cases. That is why our current value will be taken as the according to the voltage here. But one more thing you need to take constant here, that would be your temperature. Yeah, according to the Sir George Simon Ohm, we have firstly stated that at the constant temperature, yeah, at the constant temperature current flowing is directly proportional to the voltage applied across the resistance. So the graphical representation of this theorem, that V is equals to IR, would be given like this. Okay, so here the x-axis would be taken as the current and the y-axis would be taken as the potential, that is voltage here. And because R is constant, our value of R is constant here, you know that for a single appliance, yes, for any kind of appliance, like in earlier example we have taken bulb or a fan. So for a particular example, for a particular appliance, R would be constant always unless and until the temperature is also constant. Okay, so here in the graph you can see, because R is constant and the slope between V and I will gives the value of R. Yeah, this slope will gives the value of R here. So here R is constant, and this constant term in the graphical representation will be represented by a straight line only. Okay, so here V divided by I is a constant, that is resistance.